are coming up to Braunston Tunnel. I'd like to show you what it's like in real time and unedited. Tunnel is 2,042 yards long, and I think that's just under 2 kilometers. Oh, it's 1.873 meters, or 1,873 meters. 3.81 meters wide and 2.29 meters high. So in theory it's straightforward to get two boats side by side through the tunnel going in opposite directions. So if one comes along, I'll show you how tight that looks. Now, this tunnel is famous for a kink in the middle where, when they were digging it, they dig from both ends to try and meet in the middle, but they got it slightly wrong, so they had to dig a little bit at an angle halfway through to join them up. And that means you can't see clearly through to the other end, so you don't actually know if a boat is coming until you're in there. Although it does look like to me there's a boat possibly in front of me. I'm not sure which way that one's going. Can't really see a light. I can see a shape of a boat. But if I can't see a light, that probably means it's going the other way. There was a boat in front of me before I come in here. And yes, I remembered to change my sunglasses to normal. And just as we've come into the tunnel, they all get misted up for some reason. Must be quite humid in here. Hope they demist quite soon. It's making it quite hard to see. Glasses are not demisting, so I'm having to actually tip them down and look over the top, which of course makes everything blurry. I really hope a boat doesn't come the other way now. That's going to be quite tricky. think, looking at these pictures, the front of the boat there, it looks no way will you get two boats down side by side. I went through two tunnels yesterday, and one of them, Creek Tunnel, I actually met two boats coming the other way, and there was actually about a foot gap in between our boats as we went past, so they are similar widths. So yes, it can be done. There, we're just hitting the wiggly bit, bend in the canal, in the tunnel. You do need to keep your wits about you, because yes, you've got some room to steer, but it's very easy to just lose your concentration and go crashing into the side. Just looking back, there's actually a boat following me now. I'm just coming into the entrance. That's the eastern entrance. I think I'll pick my speed up just a little bit. And just above us, we've got one of the air holes or air vents. You may have just seen there. These holes were deliberately dug so that they could winch up the spoils from the tunnel as they dug it by hand, and they would also lower workers down that hole so they could get on with their work. It still boggles the mind that they dug these tunnels by hand and the canals. Quite incredible. Back-breaking work. The boat in front of me has now exited the tunnel. Must be at least halfway now. There are plaques on the walls in places which tells you which way is the nearest entrance, but by the time I see them, they've come out of the light, so I can't tell which way. My glasses have demisted now. I can see again. Still nothing coming in, which is good. So I must admit, yesterday I was a bag of nerves coming through the tunnel with 2 boats coming the other way. But at least now that I've done it, I know it's possible. And it won't be so bad. We just passed a sign on the wall that says exit this way, which is very helpful. To be fair, it did actually say how far it is, but I didn't see that. Didn't see how much that was. It looks like that boat behind me is catching up a little bit, so I'll just boost the speed a bit. I think I do tend to go slower than most people, but hey, it's canals. You don't have to go fast. That's why they call it canal time. Top speed on or the speed limit, I should say, on a canal is 4 miles an hour, which is basically walking pace. I tend to do maximum of 3, thereabouts, between 2.5 and 3, and of course idle when you're going past moored boats. Got some locks to do after we come out of here, so I'm hoping that boat in front will wait for me so we can go up side by side. So I think from my memory anyway that they're a double lock. If they have gone up, there's always the boat behind me, which I'll wait for if I need to. dear. Here's me thinking we're about to get away with going through the tunnel without a boat coming the other way. And we're what, a few hundred yards from the exit, and there's a boat coming. So now you'll see how tight it gets. So far I've been going roughly down the middle, whereas now I've got to gently move over to the right hand side, and that will give enough room for the other boat to go past on my left. As we close up together, I'll knock it back to idle, and there's another air hole or air vent we just passed. That obviously helps with the ventilation of the tunnel, because it's primarily diesel engines that come through here kicking out all those horrible fumes. One day I hope to come through here in an electric boat, and you can listen to all the noises of the water sloshing about. We're not too far away now, so just knock it back to idle. There's kinks in the tunnel that I've got to follow so we don't crash. Nicely close to the edge now. Right, thank you. As you probably saw and felt and heard, I got a bit too close to the edge and just touched it. We're less than 100 yards from the exit now. Once we're through, I'll just pause in a canal or by the side if I can, just so I can go down and turn all my lights off. So you turn the lights on in the boat, open all your windows or curtains, and that way the light helps light up the tunnel so you can see and judge where your boat is. And that is the Braunston Tunnel done. As we come out into the sunshine, bright sunshine after the dark tunnel. And hopefully you enjoyed watching that. Let us know in the comments. See if you like this sort of thing. Real time and unedited. Please join me on my journey by subscribing to Red One Afloat. Thank you and see you soon.